The mystery seed. It was a bright Sunday afternoon, and the little church garden buzzed with laughter and chatter. Mr. Jones knelt by the flower bed, brushing dirt from his hands, while Emma helped replant the spring blossoms. "Careful with that one," he said, pointing at a pot of tulips. "I got it," Emma replied, proudly patting the soil. Then something shiny caught her eye. "Pastor, what's this one?" she asked, holding up a small, silvery seed that shimmered in the sunlight. "It looks weird." Mr. Jones leaned closer, squinting. Doesn't look like anything from my garden kit." He chuckled softly. "Maybe the Lord decided to send you a little mystery." Emma grinned. "So I should plant it, right?" "Go ahead," he said. "Just don't expect it to grow overnight." They knelt side by side, pressing the seed into the soil. As they walked away, the garden fell quiet except for a faint, magical glow that flickered beneath the dirt. The next morning, Emma's phone buzzed her awake. She rubbed her eyes, glanced outside, and froze. Towering above the church garden was a vine, massive, twisting, and glittering with dew. It rose so high it vanished into the clouds. "WH80 in the Bible is this?" she yelled. She fumbled for her phone, FaceTiming Mr. Jones. He appeared on screen, hair messy, still in pajamas. "Emma, it's 7 in the morning," he mumbled. "Well, it's also 50 feet tall," she shouted, flipping her camera to show the enormous vine. He blinked, then blinked again. "Lord," he whispered, pulling on his jacket. "What did we just water?" Minutes later, they stood together at the base of the vine, staring up into the sky. Emma's eyes sparkled. "Do you think it's safe to climb?" Mr. Jones crossed his arms. "No." Emma grinned. "Let's do it anyway." He sighed. "Why do I always end up in these adventures?" They began climbing, hands gripping the thick vines as the ground disappeared below. The wind whistled, clouds swirled, and sunlight gleamed around them. Finally, after what felt like hours, they reached the top and gasped. A colossal castle floated among the clouds, its towers gleaming like marble. Around it, everything was enormous: tables, chairs, even the chickens that strutted about like fluffy dinosaurs. Emma's jaw dropped. "Pastor, are those cloud chickens?" Mr. Jones squinted. "Emma, those are the biggest omelets I've ever seen." They tiptoed inside the castle. The air smelled like warm bread and thunder. Suddenly, boom, the ground shook. Then again, boom, boom. Emma froze. "Oh," a voice thundered through the clouds. "Fee, fi, fo, shh." Mr. Jones hissed. "We don't have time for introductions. Hide." They dove behind a loaf of bread the size of a sofa. "This is insane," Emma whispered. "My science project never went this far." "If we make it out alive," Mr. Jones whispered back, "yours might win every fair." On the table sat a golden harp, glowing softly and playing its own gentle melody. Emma's eyes widened. "It's so pretty." Mr. Jones smiled. "Beautiful things can come from strange places, remember that." But before they could leave, a massive foot crashed down beside them. "Who's touching my harp?" the giant roared. "Run!" Emma screamed. They dashed for the window, leapt onto one of the beanstalk's giant roots, and slid down like kids on the world's wildest playground slide. "This is like a roller coaster," Emma shouted. "I'm too old for this," Mr. Jones yelled, gripping the vine for dear life. They landed in a haystack at the bottom, covered in straw and laughter. For a long moment, they just sat there breathing hard, faces streaked with dirt and joy. Emma giggled. "That was amazing." Mr. Jones leaned back, smiling at the sky. "Remind me next time to just read a parable instead." "Yeah," she said with a grin, "but this was way more fun." As they watched, the beanstalk shimmered, its leaves glowing gold before dissolving into sparkles that floated into the heavens. Later that week, the youth group gathered in the church hall. Mr. Jones stood at the pulpit, speaking with a warm smile. "Sometimes," he said, glancing at Emma, "God gives us adventures that seem too big to climb. But when we take the first step in faith, we might just find his miracles waiting above the clouds." Emma smiled proudly from her seat, turning a tiny golden leaf between her fingers, the only piece of the vine that remained. As sunlight streamed through the stained glass windows, A gentle voice seemed to whisper in the breeze. And maybe, just maybe, that seed was planted for a reason.